Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit more than a week, like I said, between videos, but I'm back. I had a bit of a hiatus over our holidays and then my entire schedule was thrown out of whack. So I'm back and I'm going to be trying to stick to my one video a week because I really do want to increase it eventually, though in all honesty that won't be anytime soon with the way my work's going. Some of the things we got up to while I was away was during our holidays we actually spent some time doing chores around our apartment. We cleared off the patio and built this ginormous deck box. It is literally huge. I'm going to try to show it in a video here one of these days. It's 6 feet long and it is 2 feet high and 2 feet deep. And it fits a whole ton of stuff on it, but in it, not on it, but most importantly, I can just lay out there and read in the summer, and I'm very excited about that. We also built some shelves for our storage room and reorganized that. We did a whole ton of donating and sold quite a few things online. And then we spent some time down in the States. We went to Bellingham for a day and enjoyed a very nice brew pub called Aslan Brewing. Yeah, Aslan Brewing. And then the next day we went to Fort Langley with my mom. And I really enjoy Fort Langley. It's one of my favorite places to visit. I just love looking through all the little shops and stuff. That's where I got this little sign from actually, which was a great price. And we got some other cute things if you check out my Instagram there. So today's topic though will be about kind of where I am on my wedding planning journey and some of the struggles I've come across. This is something that's been on my mind a lot, so I figured why not do a video about it, right? So as some of you may know, we're getting married October, oh my gosh, I had to think about it for a second, October 12th, 2019. So that is the Thanksgiving Canadian weekend here up, yes, in the Igloo area. And we're going to be having it where we're from here in the interior because it's a nice middle ground between my family on the coast and Joe's family, which is more in the Rockies, almost at the Alberta border. And the rest of my extended family is from Alberta, so we just thought instead of us making everybody travel on one side of the family to the others, why would we just make everybody travel to us? Because then I'm not having to haul all my stuff around, and if I get to choose a day to be selfish, this is it. And I have been finding that some people are not very understanding that it's not their wedding, let's put it that way. So far, I have booked a wedding planner. Now, this has been a bit of a controversial thing, I suppose, depending on who you ask in my friend and family group. Some people were really supportive of it, some people weren't. But at the end of the day, I just decided that this is something I really want to splurge on because I get really overwhelmed easily when having to make a ton of choices. And I know that with some of the drama that will be happening, which I'll get to shortly, that I just need somebody there who will be in charge and not involved in it, like a complete neutral third party that will just handle things if they get a little bit out of hand and maybe put some people in their place and remind them that it is my day without causing giant family strife. And so we actually went with Renee with Wild Sage Events. I'm really excited to be working with her from the first time I met her at the wedding show, bridal show? At the bridal show. You know, I just really felt that we got along and we had some good conversation there. And then we went for coffee, her, Joe, and myself. We talked for about an hour and a half. And it was a really great connection. Joe really got along with her and he really supported getting a wedding planner. We didn't do a full planner, we did a partial planning package. But we did add on some additional things like the budget management so that she can help us stay in our budget since, well, it is a lot of money that we're spending. It is not by any means big wedding money. It is on the lower end of the average wedding for where I'm at, which is insane to me. It's like absolutely insane that weddings are this much money. And we're well below that average of $37,000 on a wedding, let me just put it that way. But we still decided to get a wedding planner to help out. So far, she's already gotten quotes on catering that are $1,200 less than what other caterers have quoted us, which is well worth its money alone. The other thing is we're meeting with a caterer tomorrow who I'm excited to meet with. I've had her food before. I've heard really great reviews from other people about her, and she's someone I've kind of followed in the catering world for a few years because I really enjoy that she grows a lot of her food locally actually, and she has a pretty big local family here too, which is nice. She works out of a couple different resorts and have changed around, but we're going to probably be going with her, and we're going to be doing a taco bar, which I thought would be easy to find people who would want to do, but it's very challenging apparently to get caterers to answer you back, let alone for them to want to do that. So we'll see. It's not like a Mexican themed wedding because neither of us are Mexican. We just honestly really like tacos. We also have a ton of food allergies, food preferences between our friend groups and family. We have quite a few celiacs who are going to be coming, so it's really important to us to have something where it's not everyone's food and then their special food, where everybody can just eat freely and not have to worry as much. And we thought tacos were a really great way to do that because you can make it what you want. And for our vegetarian and vegan friends, there will be meatless options for them. And we're going to really try to make sure that there's some other spices and things involved and salsas, so people can really just make their food their own without feeling like they had to have some special food that often doesn't end up tasting good or comes cold because it was made differently. And I just don't like having that separate food, and in case the caterer messes up, it's safer this way for everybody, the way I see it. One of the things though with that is that the caterer that is, really wants to have all the plates at the buffet line. And I always imagined having the plates on the table for the tablescape, so I have to kind of rethink the tablescape now with the wedding planner, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I just learned that our hall does allow real flames, which I'm so excited about because I don't actually really like flameless candles, but if we had to, I would do them, obviously. But the real flame ones are so much nicer. During our holidays, we also Skyped with a photographer. Now, they're a little bit more than what I wanted to spend on a photographer, but one of the biggest regrets I hear from people is not getting the photographer they wanted. And while the people we're going to go with, they're not like my number one choice, which sounds terrible because they're very talented. I just always imagined it being this one specific photographer, but she is way above my budget. She's about 1/3 of our entire wedding budget just for her alone. So these people are a little bit less, and it comes with the 2 photographers. They do really great work. It's very, how do they describe themselves? Not editorial, words for like newspapers and stuff. Oh well, I'll think of the word and add it below. But they're really good at taking candid shots. I really enjoyed our Skype session with them too because they mentioned how we'll Skype and probably meet up before the wedding so that we can talk about some insecurities I have being on camera and different ways for me to practice posing and code words for that, so that then they can just say the code word and I can readjust my posture or how I'm standing and poses to make it more flattering without them being like, Alyssa, your double chin showing, or Alyssa, you hate your back, remember that. Different things like that. So it'll be a little bit more couth, I guess, that way, which is really nice. And they're willing to come down the day before to the rehearsal dinner and meet the bridal party and family and the wedding planner, and I'm just really excited about that because then it will be just a more cohesive and seamless day on the day of the wedding. And I'm already a bundle of nerves about some different things that are going to be happening that day. and different people that will be seeing each other for the first time in a long time, and different background stories of that. My two maids of honor, they have been great so far in helping me deal with a lot of my stress. One of them, her mom is actually going to be growing all the flowers, which has been a huge cost saver for us. Joe's parents have also offered to help pay for the bar, which is amazing. I'm really excited about that. And a co-worker at work, her husband is going to provide all the linens for free, which is so generous of them because linens are insanely expensive, as I've learned. We have a ton of decorations already just from me decorating my house. And we also bought a large arbor. It's huge, but I love it. And I plan on renting that out a bit. But so far, that's kind of where I've gotten. We have done some of our list planning. We were really hoping to keep it at about 80 people, but it looks like we'll be inviting about 120. So we'll see how that goes. And that's not even including all of our family, and it's not including any co-workers. So what we were going to do is invite our co-workers to come as just for the dance part and invite them to come after dinner. We're also doing no children. Cue all the horror lights, people yelling at me on the internet already. But we did the numbers, and in just some of the people that we know right now who have children, if they brought them, we're looking at about 50 extra plates, and we just don't have that physical room in the hall. I know people say, oh, kids are cheaper and they don't take up much room, but 50 children is a freaking elementary school. Like, I don't have kids. Maybe if I did, it would be different. And I don't have anything against children, like as an age group or as my friends and family's kids individually. But being surrounded by 50 children when I really want it to be kind of an adult-only affair is just extremely stressful for me. So this way I don't have to worry about the candles, I don't have to worry about alcohol, people can just be free to have a nice night out without having to worry about that. We were talking about finding a babysitter for maybe some of our immediate family that are coming from out of town that won't have babysitters here. But that's all stuff that we can decide next year because I've got quite a bit of time to decide that. We have not gone wedding dress shopping. Joe wants a navy suit, which we've looked at a couple places, but nothing he's tried on at least. So we'll figure that out. Both of us have been fluctuating quite a bit also in our weight, so we're really skeptical to try to buy anything right now. Since we don't know what our weight will be closer to the wedding. I know I'll have to buy mine a lot earlier than he will, but we'll figure that out. That's a futureless problem. Also why we have the wedding planners to tell me when I have to go do that stuff and light a fire under my ass. So we'll see about that. I'd say one of the biggest struggles with wedding planning right now is the family drama. We have quite a bit of drama on both sides of our families, but right now it seems to be mine that's creeping up, which is infuriating to say the least. And it honestly has made me cry a lot of times that people can't just allow me to be happy and plan our wedding the way I'd like it to, and that they are imposing so many of their opinions and demands on me. A lot of bribery trying to go on of if I don't invite certain people, and if I invite the people that they want instead of other family members. And it's really upsetting when those family members that they don't want me to invite are my sister. Like, she's in the bridal party, deal with it. I'm not going to not invite my sister just because you have a problem with her. And I've said many times to several people that if people have an issue with someone at the wedding and they don't think that they can keep their mouth shut about it, and don't think that they can come without causing drama, to feel free to not come. Because it's about me and I'm going to be selfish about this, and I have zero remorse about that. Sorry, not sorry, but like, this is a day Joe and I have been waiting for a long time. This is a day we've saved up for a long time, and we're paying for it for like ourselves. So we're not going to be taking money from people on the condition that we don't do what we want, that we have to follow their rules. And if that's the case, I'd rather just pay for it myself without having strings attached and being obligated to somebody else's rules and somebody else's guest list when it's my day. Like, well, Joe's and mine day, not just mine. I shouldn't say that. Joe's there too, obviously. But yeah, that's my biggest struggle, I'd say, right now with wedding planning. But overall, not feeling too stressed, thank God. But I am aware that I need to start really putting my butt in gear with some certain things and stop buying so many decorations, because we're going to go over that budget really fast if I keep doing that. So if you have any great wedding planning tips that you've thought of, or that friends and family of yours have used in the past, just let me know down below. I'd love to hear them. I've been literally watching wedding shows for probably 10 years. I've had a Pinterest page for as long as I've been on Pinterest, but I'm always interested in learning what other people are doing, the visions other people have, and I just love everything weddings. So let me know down below, and hopefully I'll have another video up next week, because oh my gosh, I'm the worst at this right now. I'm so sorry. If you like videos like this, hit that like button below and always subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.